Well, good morning, everyone. It's a drizzly morning here, but we needed the rain, so that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and play a quick game of Wingspan. So we're looking at the end of round goals. Looks like we're going to be laying eggs for the last two rounds. Okay, right away I see a really good bird right here. This is one we definitely want to play right away because it satisfies the middle two end of round goals. Um, I kind of like this eagle as well. I mean, it's an expensive bird to play, but I think we can get it down fairly early. We don't really have any good options for the wetlands. Let's see what's in the tray. Okay. So the red start is one of my favorite birds. The reason I like it is because I mentioned it before, I call it a food doubler. Uh, just by playing one bird in the forest, you can get three food per turn instead of the normal two. So I still like the eagle, but I think actually what I'll probably do is play the eagle down in the wetland and then play the red start um, in the forest. Now, if we look at the feeder, there's one nectar and then four other food of the same type. So I'm still going to keep an extra bird. And the reason is actually, I think I want to do this for the red start. Yeah. The reason is because I can sacrifice the card, grab the nectar, and then immediately reset the tray. And there's likely going to be another nectar in there. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep three birds, two food, with an eye towards grabbing nectar on the first turn, and then grabbing the red start on the second. Maybe the other way around. Haven't decided yet. Um, Platform nests, or yeah, the Eleanor's Falcon isn't bad either. If that's still available, I'll grab that. Or looking at bonus cards here, birds worth less than 4 points. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to do the platform nest. All right, let's go. I think I'm actually going to grab the red start first because that's a pretty important part of my my whole plan here. Now we will do this, and there we go. We got extra nectar. Okay, I think we're in a good spot here. So actually, the next bird I want to play is the pheasant, and the reason is because it's passive egg production. And then we'll play the red start, which I shouldn't have used nectar for. That's okay. What that's probably going to mean is that I'm going to need to. Oh, I won't. Never mind. I started to say I'm going to need to overpay to play the wedge-tailed eagle in the next turn, but actually I got nectar from the red start. So we are in good shape. We're getting free food from somewhere. Oh, the bird of paradise. Okay. So we can count on a lot of free fruit, free cherries. Let's grab the falcon. I don't really, not a big fan of the hawk for reasons which we've explained in a previous episode. Okay, no luck on the eagle hunting. So this mistletoe bird is interesting. Gain one cherry from the supplier, discard one to gain one nectar. That's going to synergize really well with this bird of paradise that my opponent has. So I think we might actually play the mistletoe bird, and it counts towards my bonus card. So let's lay eggs. So we're ready to play it on the next round, and we're going to lay our eggs. I'm going to lay them down here. Okay, good. We tied. End of round goal. Ooh, a Kia. Okay. So I want the Kia for sure. And then that'll just draw a blind. Okay. And know what? For my eagle, the eagle's power is birds greater than 65 centimeters in wingspan. Yeah. All right. Now let's play. Let's play the mistletoe bird. We'll have to overpay, but that's fine. Then let's do this. We're going to sacrifice the grosbeak to get 3. Gain 1 from the supply. We're going to have lots of food. That's a good problem to have. Okay. I'm a little bit worried about laying eggs on the kukul because I worry about it filling up, but we're going to be flying enough birds to where that shouldn't be a problem. Let's do Eleanor's falcon. And then let's draw again to try and get another wetland bird. I'm sorry, grassland bird for this end of round goal. I don't want to play the Kia yet because yeah, that's typically a bird you want to save for the end of the game. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay. I actually think I'm going to sacrifice a nectar to draw a 3rd card. Ah, okay, very good. And the falcon hunted. Oh, no luck for the eagle. The eagle is 0 for 3. That's good. We can play the pipit now. Get a bonus card. Okay. I like this one. Just make sure I'm not overlooking another. So I feel pretty good about getting at least another brown power down here. So that's 6 points for that card. So okay, excellent. So what to do now? I don't want to take food because I'd have to sort of refrain from drawing nectar. I don't really want to do that. Let's draw cards again. Okay. Wow. So actually, probably a bigger problem is I need to be spinning eggs from the falcon. Okay, good job. We won that end of round goal. Okay, I like the butcher bird. So let's grab the butcher bird. And then actually, this bunting is not bad either. Hey, all right, good job, eagle. Ooh, an imperial eagle, which unfortunately was snapped up by somebody. But there's a puffin, so we're gonna grab that. Okay. All right. We need to play some birds. Let's get a mess of food here. Yes, I just said a mess of food. Who am I not gonna play no matter what? Probably the crossbill. All right. Let's play the butcher bird. And let's make sure to sacrifice eggs from the falcon. And then the bunting. Okay. All right. Okay. And we'll do this. Okay. Now the question is how many... Okay, we should be able to tie this into round goal. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we could actually win it. Let's go ahead and sacrifice a card for an extra. I'm not gonna play the Blue Jay either. So let's do 1, 2, 3, And then actually, let's put it down here. Okay. And my butcher bird hunted successfully. Okay, here we go. So for this round, mainly what I want to do is I need to play the puffin and I need to play the Kia. So that means we need to start by drawing birds or drawing food. So we'll get lots of nectar. Yeah. And then because any extra food that we have, we can just use with the Kia to look at more bonus cards. So the question is, are we going to be able to get this end of round goal? We are not. I'm sorry, this bonus goal. Not unless we also play the Kingfisher, but boy, that's an expensive bird. Let's see how this plays out. Let's play the Puffin. We know we need to do that. That's not amazing. Hmm. Those are two not great bonus cards. So we have 3 turns left. Um, so we have a couple of choices. Uh, we can either lay eggs and try and win this end of round goal, or yeah, end of round goal. We can lay eggs in the wetlands, or we can draw enough food to play both the Kia and the Kingfisher to hit this threshold, the 4 point threshold, because that turns the Kingfisher from a 4 point bird into a 8 point bird because it has a star nest. I think that's what we need to do, and the more food I get, the better. We have enough eggs to play both birds because I can always just um, I can always just use any extra food that I have for the Kia. Okay. So play the Kingfisher. We'll be sure and spend eggs from the grassland, and then the last turn we'll play the Kia. And I guess there's no reason to play it anywhere other than the forest. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we will draw a bonus card. Okay, that's a good one. But let's look at 2 more. That's a better one. Okay. So I feel like I didn't get the bonus cards I wanted, but I feel like this is one of those games where I could have really gotten an absolutely silly point total for bonus cards, but do the best you can. We won all 3 habitats for nectar, thanks to our really strong forest engine. We have a pretty much endless supply of nectar. Okay. I feel pretty confident that we won. Wow, they had some pretty good high point birds. 16 points is good for bonus cards. And then we did well on end of round goals. And then lots of nectar points. Okay. So that's a good win. If I had one regret of this game is that a as much as I love playing bonus card birds and playing birds that help with bonus cards, I, boy, we had a really strong engine set up here. Um, the butcher bird is a really good hunter with its ability to tuck and cache if it hunts successfully. And then with the bunting, increasing our egg laying capacity. And then, but by the time we got to like the third, fourth round, we had plenty of egg capacity. So I wonder if maybe a better player wouldn't have spent quite so many turns hunting for bonus card points and would have just run this grassland engine into the ground. because of the combined, like I said, the combined power of the hunting and the egg laying, and probably would have come out with more points. But that's not bad still. 4 points there, thanks to the kingfisher. And the kingfisher's not a bad bird. And then the ethologist. That's a shame. The large bird specialist, and then the hunting powers. So yeah, um, I also foolishly wasted a couple of points because I didn't spend eggs off the falcon. For some reason, I don't I tend to forget that the falcon's power is laying eggs, even though it's a hunting bird. You just think, oh, it's a hunting bird. It means it's going to be tucking cards, but no, it actually lays eggs, and it doesn't have a lot of egg capacity. So you need to be paying attention and spending eggs off of the falcon if you do play it. It's a good bird, um, but um, yeah. Let's see what my opponent was doing. Okay, so they had the eagle that I wanted. They had some really good birds. They had a raven. Although I'm curious when they played the raven, how many times they actually got to use its power. The ibis can be a good bird. Um, the skimmer, not a great hunting power. It looks like they managed to get one fish out of it. The sea eagle is good, and then the bird of paradise. If you need that kind of food, I guess it's good, but I don't personally like it because it helps your opponent as well. Yeah, good. A good point birds, and I noticed that when the scores came up that they were really competitive in terms of just bird points. But yeah, a good win. If you're a part of the country that's been affected by all the rain and storms, I hope you're safe and you're staying dry. It's just kind of a nice drizzle here today. But anyway, that's another game of Wingspan, and thank you for tuning in. And we'll